Hi, and today we're going to do 3 ways to tackle Moondust rifts. And the first way, which I'm showing on the screen right now, is basically throwing all of the tactics that I can to counter the abilities of the Moondust boss and the totems. So basically, what we see is that later on, we're going to see that the Moondust boss keeps healing herself. The left totem is going to make her gain something like 50% of her HP, and also the boss's special itself will help her to gain a little bit of HP based on how much damage she actually deals to our team. And so here I've got Aurora, who's giving the protective shield, and that's a really excellent way of making sure that the boss doesn't gain health from the damage that she deals, because if she deals damage based on protective shield, it's not going to count. So the protective shield is really helpful. If you don't have Aurora, there's people like Amelia, Gaffodeth, Jera. The other hero that I'm using to prevent the boss from healing is Arlen, who has heal block, and the purple dragon also gives heal block. And the other things that I like about this team are Arlen and Octavia can do damage based on the health of the boss. That's really nice. Strybog is there to kill the mobs in the earlier waves, and Strybog is there to feed the mana of all the heroes. And you can see it's pretty effective because the battle is over just as I've barely finished explaining. So let's go to the next one. The second strategy is basically, what if I don't have heal block? So you can still use the purple dragon as your heal block, but this strategy is really aimed at doing damage as fast as possible using a lot of snipers, hard-hitting snipers, to kill the boss before she really has a chance to take turns and heal. Because, well, the more turns that she takes, the more likely it is that she's going to get a chance to get the ailments off her. That's what the right totem does, and basically heal the damage that she's already taken. So what you want here is ideally heroes that hit hard and hit that have like a high mana gain, so maybe above 20 would be nice. I have Freya here to give a little bit of the defense down, which can really help to deal more damage. And Aurora is there again to give both the attack up, which is really going to boost these heroes, and also to give that protective shield, which, as I mentioned earlier, is really nice to have. So this strategy can be a bit not tricky, a bit risky, because we don't really have any healers, and it's definitely more kind of aggressive than the previous team, which had a little bit more health. So that was a little slightly faster battle, and now we're gonna go to the third one. So this one is, what are you gonna do if you don't have a lot of strong snipers, but you do have a bunch of support heroes? And this time I'm not bringing any protective shield, also to show what you can do instead. I do have Theo though for the heal block, just assuming that if you are one of those people who have a lot of support heroes in their roster, you are going to have a bunch of heroes with heal block. If you don't have Theo or Arlen, someone like Ordia, the purple version of Kusai, can land heal block, and I think Draenor, which is a yellow rare hero, can also land heal block. Anyway, so here we have I forgot her name. I think it's Rhonda, who is giving Board King, which is going to increase the number of moves for each hero. And basically the concept of this team is if you don't have a lot of hard hitting snipers, you can still do decent damage by preventing heal and trying to do tile damage instead. So I get that not everyone has Esmeralda, and mine is still a baby, not even 550. So I'm bringing Rhonda here to give everyone a little bit more tile damage that way. I'm bringing Alexander to get taunt, and that's a really nice way to protect your heroes as well if you've got someone who's a bit weaker like Rhonda here. I've got Freya, who's the only damage dealer, or like kind of a true damage dealer in this team. She's quite nice because she is HP based. That means she's pretty sturdy, and she also gives some defense down. So everyone else will benefit from that when they're doing their tile attacks. And Theo, like I said, is giving the heal block. And what's nice about Theo is since he's a support hero, you can really focus on your heal block or your accuracy, and that way it's likelier that he'll land his heal block compared to someone maybe like Arlen, who you might also equip for oh, brain crit rate, crit damage, attack, and all the rest of it. And Strybog, well, just a really good hero for pumping the mana of everyone and also giving a little bit of a speed lead. You can use Sigil as well, but I think most people have Strybog. He's an excellent hero that you can fuse. So you can see that this team is slower than the previous teams that I've shown, but it's still, I think very good at battering away at the Rift boss's health, and we are slowly but surely going to win. So just as we kill this one off, I hope you had fun, and there's literally millions of ways to battle this Rift boss, not just 3. This is kind of just a fun thing to see, to show you that you can achieve things even if you have an aggressive, attack-oriented roster or defensive one.